Well, hi. How is everybody tonight? Hi, Bianca. How is everybody? Hi, Lauren. Hi, Maddie. Hi, Victoria. Hi, Melissa. How is everybody? I hope everybody's, hello, hello, hello. I hope everybody is cozy in bed. Well, hi, Bianca. Chester, say hi to everybody. Hi, Addison. Chester. Oh, Chester has his nutcracker. Oh, Chester, are you all cozy in bed? Look at Chester, just all cozy and snuggly. Hi, Naomi. How are you, sweetheart? Chester says hi. Chester has his favorite cozy toys. He has his little elephant he loves. Hi, Caitlin, sweetheart. Hi, Paige. How are you? And Lydia, sweet Lydia, gave us so many wonderful books. Hi, Hazel. Are you and your brothers, now that you have two brothers watching? Oh, my goodness sakes. So exciting. Chester is all cozy and snuggly. This is one of his favorite stories. Tonight we're reading The Nutcracker. And can you see Miss Kimberly has her Nutcracker jammies on? Do you see? Oh, the magic of the Nutcracker. I love it so much. Auditions for our Nutcracker are going to be in August. So we're counting down the days for our next Nutcracker auditions. What does Bianca say? Oh, Bianca, you make sure you take lots of pictures in your Nutcracker jammies and send them to Miss Kimberly. Post them, tag Dance Studio 111. Oh my goodness, all the 8 girls, Campbell and Emerson. Palmer, you're watching. Do you have your Nutcracker jammies on? It's okay if you don't have Nutcracker jammies, just as long as you have cozy jammies and you got lots of cozy blankets and cozy pillows like Chester. Chester tonight, though, he wanted his little Nutcracker. This is Chester's Nutcracker every Nutcracker season, Chester falls asleep with this Nutcracker. He has to have, but by the time we have auditions in August, all the way through the Nutcracker, Chester is sleeping with his little Nutcracker. It just makes him so happy. He loves it so much. I love it. It's so fun and wonderful. Oh, Lauren, do you and Maddie have your Nutcracker jammies on? That makes me happy. My Nutcracker jammies, they always make me happy. They're just so magical and wonderful. Oh, Chester, are you getting ready? Look at, oh, Chester is ready for our Nutcracker bedtime story time. So cozy. Okay, I am so excited. Let's get going. Oh, hi, Jason. How are you? Are you wearing your Nutcracker jammies tonight? Okay, this is the Nutcracker. And this Nutcracker book was written by Patrick Regan. Look at that Nutcracker. Can you see how shiny his lapels on his jacket are? Look at all the toys. Who can tell me what that is? Who owns that watch? Oh, yes, Jason is wearing his cozy Nutcracker jammies too. That is how Drosselmeyer's watch. Oh, my goodness. And who do you think that ballerina is? She's dressed in a white tutu. Can anybody tell me who they think that one is? Which queen in the Nutcracker wears a white tutu? Can anybody tell me? Anybody know the answer? The Snow Queen. So pretty. Look at the hat on this Nutcracker. Can you see how shiny this is? I want to share something with you. This Nutcracker book, the reason I picked this book, very good, you are right, it is the Snow Queen. This Nutcracker book, Miss Kimberly bought for Avery in 2012. That was the year that Miss Avery played Clara. You're right, Miss Bianca, the Snow Queen. And I want to show you what Miss Kimberly wrote in this book many years ago. See that little mouse right there? It says 2012 Nutcracker. That was the year that Miss Avery was Clara. And all of you little ballerinas, you keep working hard and you stay in all your ballet classes. And one day you too can be Clara. It says, to my dear daughter Avery, the world is your stage. Dance all over it. I love you, love, Mommy. And I always sign, enjoy the magic. Oh, so this book has a lot of meaning because that is already 8 years ago. Can you believe that Miss Kimberly gave this book to Avery, sweet Avery? Okay, the Nutcracker. Oh, guess what this is? It's Christmas Eve, and Clara and her brother Fritz are at the beautiful Christmas family party on Christmas Eve. Everybody is dressed in their beautiful Victorian Christmas dresses, and the Christmas tree is in the center of the room, glistening with all the beautiful ornaments. Everybody is dressed up and enjoying the beautiful, magical night of a Christmas party. Christmas Eve is finally here at the beautiful home of the Stollenbaum's family. All their friends gathered for a night of dancing and celebration. Everyone was so happy and excited, especially Clara and her brother Fritz. Oh, look at how beautiful everybody looks. And look at all the presents. Oh, I love Christmas presents. Love, love, love. Look at that tree. Oh, and what is under that tree? Toy soldiers. Look at the dollhouse in the back and the dolls. And Clara, look at that Fritz and that naughty look on his face. Uh-oh, what's happening there? Does anybody know who this person is right here? Can anybody tell me? That is Clara's godfather, Herr Drosselmeyer. Herr Drosselmeyer is a toy maker, and he makes toys that are magical and come to life. And at this Christmas party, he brings Clara, his goddaughter, a Nutcracker that he made especially for her. The children became so excited when they saw the godfather, Herr Drosselmeyer. He was a brilliant toy maker, and every Christmas he gave them the most magical and wonderful gifts ever. This year, he gave Fritz a troop of marching toy soldiers. And he gave Clara, his goddaughter, a wooden Nutcracker that he made especially for her. Look at how Clara is looking at her godfather. She loves the Nutcracker that he made for her. So special. But why does he look so angry and upset? I think Fritz wants that Nutcracker from his sister Clara. Let's see what's behind here. Look at the toy soldiers. They're marching. I told you Herr Drosselmeyer's toys that he makes come to life. So magical. Oh, Clara loved her Nutcracker, but Fritz grabbed that Nutcracker from his sister. Oh, this silly old Nutcracker, said Fritz. He dropped it on the floor, and he jumped on top of her Nutcracker, and he broke her Nutcracker. Oh, Clara was so sad. She started crying. Oh, she was so sad. She said, Fritz, my Nutcracker is not silly, and Herr Drosselmeyer, my godfather, made him especially for me. She took a special ribbon and wrapped it around the broken Nutcracker. Don't worry, she said to her Nutcracker. I will always take very good care of you. Oh, that naughty Fritz. Look at him. Look at the clock. Oh, what's next? Look at that clock. The party was over, and all the guests left. But Clara couldn't sleep. She was worried about her Nutcracker. She went downstairs in the middle of the night to go grab him, and she fell asleep under the Christmas tree. At a little past midnight, the clock began to chime, and everything in the room started to grow bigger and bigger. Before Clara knew it, the Christmas tree started growing through the roof at the ceiling, and Clara was getting smaller and smaller. Or were the toys becoming bigger and bigger? From inside the clock, she heard scratching sounds and little squeaking sounds like mice. Little mice. Are those mice? Said Clara. Clara could not believe how all the toy soldiers started getting bigger, and she was getting smaller. What was happening in her home? What happened next? Suddenly, hundreds of little mice came out to see Clara. They came out of the clock. As they raced across the room, Clara's Nutcracker doll protected her. All of the toy soldiers started moving around to protect Clara. They were not going to let anything happen to her. The lead toy soldier, he took over. He knew that there was going to be a battle, because if there were little mice that were squeaking around and coming out from the clock and running around Clara, that meant only one thing. The Mouse King was coming for Clara and the Nutcracker. Look at that mean old Mouse King, and look at his mean, scary eyes. He is mad, and he has all of his little mice around him to help him. There is going to be a battle. The lead toy soldier took out his sword. He told all the other soldiers around him, "Attention! Places, everyone. We must take on that Mouse King. We must protect Clara and the Nutcracker." A battle took place. There was a cannon with peppermints, and when you shot the cannon, all the peppermints came out, and they went after all those mice and after the toy soldier. The Nutcracker took his sword out, and he was going for the Mouse King. Clara was scared. She did not know what was going to happen. She was running around, and all the mice were chasing after her. Oh, Clara grabbed her slipper. The toy army was small, and there were so many mice, she didn't know what to do. So Clara, she took off her slipper. As the Mouse King raised his sword at the Nutcracker, Clara said, "No, no, no," she shouted, and she threw her slipper with all of her might at that mean old Mouse King. See her slipper? It hit the Mouse King. Oh, my goodness sake. Look at this. All the mice are just so naughty. But that Nutcracker was not going to give up. He defeated that Mouse King. He fell to the floor, and suddenly he was quiet. The fighting ended, and the magic occurred. All the mice started to disappear because they knew their mighty Mouse King had been defeated by the Nutcracker with the help of Clara and her slipper. And before you knew it, the magic of the Nutcracker happened. That Nutcracker became a very handsome prince, and he came to life. At the very moment the Nutcracker changed into a real young prince, he took Clara's hand and he said, "Oh, Clara, you saved my life. I am forever grateful. I would love to show you the kingdom that I live in. It is called the Land of Sweets. Please join me on a magical sleigh ride as we take off through the night. and we will be presented by the Snow Queen and all the snowflakes as we go on our magical sleigh into the land of sweets. Oh, look at, they're on their sleigh. Can anybody tell me who this is right here in the white tutu? That is the Snow Queen. And she's dancing in the middle of the night with all of her snowflakes falling with a beautiful white snow as the prince takes Clara to the land of sweets. The land, the land of sweets. Clara and the prince flew to the land of sweets. Clara could not believe her eyes. It was the most magical kingdom she had ever seen, full of beautiful and magical sweets. The prince told everybody in his kingdom of the land of sweets how Clara helped save his life by throwing her slipper at that mean old mouse king. A great celebration began with music and dancing from across the land. Russian dancers stomped their boots and clapped their hands, and they jumped in the air with joy. Look at that. Oh, the Russian dancers. Who can tell me who this is? Does anybody know? That is the Arabian Queen. Clara and the prince watched with wonder as a beautiful Arabian queen danced gracefully. She swayed to the music, ringing the tiny chimes that were in her fingers. Look at how beautiful she is. Next, a group of beautiful Chinese dancers leaped from their giant teapot, and all the little China dancers came out of their little teacups. Clara had never been so thrilled to see such beauty on that stage. Look at how beautiful. Oh, the China Queen. Do you see the China Queen? And look at, she has beautiful magical fans as she dances in the land of sweets. So beautiful. Oh, then the fiery music began, and Spanish dancers dressed in brown rushed on stage. The Spanish dance is the dance of the chocolate, explained the prince to Clara. Look at everybody watching. The Spanish dancers, the dance of the chocolate. And guess what came next? Does anybody know who this is? Who is that? That is Mother Ginger. Next, a towering woman wearing a huge skirt appeared. "Watch this," whispered the prince. "This is the Mother Ginger, and she comes from France." Before you knew it, all the little bonbons came out of her skirt. "All those little bonbons," said the prince, "those are all the magical candy." Clara had never seen anything so beautiful and so magical in all of her life. Who can tell me what this is? Next came the beautiful waltz of the flower. The room at the palace in the land of sweets started to smell like beautiful flowers from all over the land. The flowers danced. They twirled and they whirled across the stage. The flowers then made sure that they made way for the most amazing fairy of all the land of sweets, the Sugar Plum Fairy. Everybody started clapping. They were in awe because the Sugar Plum Fairy was one of the most beautiful fairies of the land. She took to the stage and she did a beautiful pas de deux with her prince. As the crowd cheered, Clara sighed. She couldn't believe it. She said, "Oh, I wish I could live here forever. This is the most magical land I have ever seen. The dance of the sugar plum fairy. Look at her turning. Oh, how magical is that? So beautiful. Oh. But the dance had to come to an end. The prince knew he had to take Clara back to her home. It was time for her to return to her mother and her father and her brother Fritz. As they climbed aboard the prince's magical sled, he turned to her and said, "I will never forget your kindness." All the people in the land of sweets, they turned to Clara and they said, "Thank you, Clara, for taking care of our prince. We are forever grateful for your kindness." Clara was very sad to leave the beautiful and magical land of sweets, especially the sugar plum fairy. The sled rose into the sky. Clara looked back to see the crowd waving goodbye to the land of sweets, a place she would never forget. And there they are waving goodbye as they go back to Clara's home. The prince made sure Clara got home safely. Clara awoke in her own home that next morning. She was holding her Nutcracker in her arms. Everything was it had been just before. But Clara knew it wasn't the same. She knew that her Nutcracker prince was real and that they'd meet again someday in the land of sweets. She knew one day her Nutcracker would become her prince again. And she said to him, "I will always take care of you." And she whispered to him, "I always, always will." Clara loved her Nutcracker, and she loved the land of sweets. And everybody lived happily ever after. The end. Oh, what a beautiful Nutcracker book. Chester, did you just love that story? Oh, Chester, what was your favorite part? It was so magical. There's so many different versions of the Nutcracker. We'll read another version maybe in next week sometime. But that's one of my favorites because that was a book that I gave to Avery when she was Clara. You know what I love to do before Miss Kimberly closes her eyes? I love my crown, and Chester does too. And guess what? I made another special cookie for Chester tonight. He gets the Sugar Plum Fairy Tutu cookie tonight. Oh, Chester, did you love the Nutcracker? It's so magical. And all my ballerinas, keep practicing your ballet. You know we'll be back in the Nutcracker very, very soon. Miss Kimberly and Chester, we're going to pick a special book for you. We will let you know tomorrow. Maybe tonight we're going to go do some research on a special book for tomorrow. We have 2 readings at 7 p.m. tomorrow and 8 p.m. Oh, Chester, are you loving that cookie? Now, all my ballerinas, Miss Kimberly loves you very much. I want you to cozy into bed, okay? Okay, Chester, that's enough cookie for today. Oh, Chester, let go of that cookie. Everybody tuck in. Don't forget to say your prayers and thank God for your day. Miss Kimberly loves you and misses you. And do not worry. We will be back at our dance studio very soon. I promise you. Now, everybody get cozy. Get cozy, Chester. Cozy, cozy. Close your eyes. Sweet dreams, my precious ballerinas. Oh, I get bedtime kisses from Chester. I love it. Sweet dreams. Remember, dream of sugar plum fairies dancing in your head. I love you. God bless you. Good night, everybody.